Hello, Christian here. I'm the host of the Disruptive Chef Entrepreneur Show. And what if I told you that the secrets behind great business success is already something which is in your hand? I mean, it literally is. Because whether you're in a kitchen or in a boardroom, the same principles for creating a world-class dish is what drives the day's business success. Today, we gotta dive into that culinary mastery that can fuel your culinary journey. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the last few episodes. And if you don't mind, go and click above there and make sure you like today's episode. Also on the bottom, hey, leave us a note. We read every single one of them. So, do you know that some of the most successful business owners like Wolfgang Puck or Gordon Ramsay started as chefs and they have now a multi-million dollar business? And not only do they have a multi-billion dollar business, they also have a multi-million dollar brand. And the same principles, creativity and passion that make chef turn not just great entrepreneurs, it's the same principles which turn them into business powerhouses. And today we're going to dive into how you do this. So you're going to ask, why does this matter? So whether you're a chef, an entrepreneur, or somebody who is hungry for success, in this episode today, we're going to dive into and show you how to get to the next level. So with that, jump in. I hope you subscribe, follow, and share this podcast. And if you get a lot out of it, just leave us a note. We read every single one of them. So the first lesson I want to teach or talk to you guys today was, how do you link your culinary to business? So we get this a lot, and we're working a lot with our clients on that. And it has 3 points. And the first point is discipline and systems. And I know a lot of chefs, they run on efficiency, they run on timing. And you know what? To scale your business today, you need to do the same. It's all a repeatable business. And for me, the first lesson, you need to learn that discipline and systems are what drive business success. So it drives your restaurant and it also drives business success. The next thing for me is creativity and innovation. So best chefs today, they don't just do recipes anybody else does, though they create new ones. And it's the same philosophy if you have your own business. So thinking differently and adapting is what makes chefs great business owners. It's as simple as that. And then the final point is, we talked about 3 today, is about resilience and adaptability. So for me, every chef has a dish that's not great. And the best ones improve. They constantly come back. Not only do they come back stronger. And that's what the best entrepreneurs do. So for me, if you fail and you learn how to refine, that's how you win. So for me, the first thing is, how do you link culinary to business? And it's 3 simple tools. It's principles and systems. We talked about that. How to be creative and how to innovate. And finally is resilience and adaptability. So for me, those are the 3 points which turn every chef, like Jose Andres, who took his passion to food and made just not only restaurants, but he created a movement. And that's how you do it. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is, how do you give them a recipe for success? So anybody who works with you or anybody who asks you for something, how can you go from kitchen to, being a business owner? And again, for me, I try to keep it in 3s, and it's really simple. The first one is mise en place. You probably heard that, is business preparation. Great chefs do this before every single rush. You know what? They don't wait until the people coming in. So they prepping ahead of time. And that is what a lot of businesses need to do. So what is one of the great processes you can learn from that is, set up before the chaos hits. And if you own your own restaurant or you own your own business, chaos will hit. So it's how you react to it is what makes the difference. The second thing is tasting, and I call it business tasting. That's really what the right word is, because every dish you create should have a little bit of swing in there. It should have a little bit of you in there. It should have your business, acumen on it. So for me, every dish, what you refine before you serve it, has that little thing on it. So every idea, so that now in the way this works in business is that you test your idea, you get feedback, and you know what? You adjust and you repeat. And that's something I learned a very long time ago. And it took me a long time to learn this in business. You know what? Test your ideas. Then you get feedback, and make sure you have a full feedback loop. And then you adjust and you repeat it. And that's for me really, really important. And the third one is I call it plating. And plating is, or it translates, um, branding and first impression. So you know how important it is for any new business that you get attention before you taste. Not only do you get attention before you taste, it is your brand, it is your presentation, it's your business, and all of that matters. So how do you show up? And that's really important. It's from, what is my business all about? How do I dress? What is what my customers see? It's really, really important. So, point number two for us is then give them a recipe for success. And the three things we talked about is mise en place. How do you prepare for business? Then we talked about tasting, and how do you take that, and you know what? I really transferred into business tasting. And then the final thing was, we talked about plating, branding and first impression, how important that is. And there is a little challenge I have for you. Pick one of these things which apply and do it this week. Not just do it this week. Make sure you write us below on messages. What was the outcome? What were some of the wins you had? How did you hear from your clients about your wins? It's really, really important. So I challenge you to create one of these three things and have it the challenge for this week. And now the final thing is, how do you close with a powerful punch? You inspire and you drive action. And that's, for me, what chefs do extremely well. And if you run a Michelin star chef, or if you just a chef in a regular business, mastering discipline and creativity inspire, not just only desire, it's the precision you have in that particular dish, the precision you bring to the kitchen, and you will dominate the culinary world. So for me, don't forget, if you work in a Michelin star, or if you're a Michelin star chef, that you cook up daily business success, and mastering the discipline, the creativity, precision, and not just that, how you execute it every day in the kitchen is really, really important. And therefore, that's how you dominate the culinary world. So I have a call to action for you. You know, what do you feel was the most important thing we talked about? What do you feel was helpful for you in this? Love this episode. Make sure you share it, screenshot it if you have to, and let us know how you liked today's episode on these 6 principles you need to follow to have great business success. Because I honestly believe there's so many chefs and culinarians I run into, and I know, deep down, I know they meant for more. They can serve the communities. They can serve their people in a much greater way. And you do this with having your own business. And now if you take those principles you use for cooking and implement it in your business, you will be successful. So with that, please follow, subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and then also leave a review. We read every single one of them. Once again, my name is Christian. I'm the host of the Disruptive Chef Entrepreneur Show. Now, we are on the Disruptive Media Company. Just make sure you follow us, and please go share and let somebody else know what we up to. So with that, I want to say thanks for being here today. Hopefully this was helpful, because I'm a big believer that what chefs do on a daily basis is what makes them successful in business. And for me, the biggest influence was what happened around COVID. Because around COVID, I had a really good friend of mine and said, "Hey, Christian, do you know this chef? I want to hire him for my landscaping business." And a few weeks later, I said, "Hey, how is he working out?" And he says, "Single best guy I ever hired. From now on, I only hire culinarians because they're really good in front of the clients. They know how to calculate. They know how to measure. They leave the place cleaner than they found it. And you know what? They show up and work hard every single day. And that's exactly what the chefs do and what you guys do on a daily basis. So now go out, take action. If there's one lesson in the kitchen, please share this with me. If there's one of the lessons you have, you apply, let us know in the comments below, because we want to hear your story. So with that, thanks for being here today, and we see you at the next episode. Thanks, everybody.